Someone said this meme has done irreparable damage to the nerd community, and then said, I want to read this series, where do I start? And then on comics it said you should start with Batman #1 from 2011, not to be confused with Batman #1 from 1940, not to be confused with Batman #1 from 2016, not to be confused with Batman Year One, etc. On the other side it says, I want to start this manga, where do I start? Chapter 1. The meme is funny because as a non-comic book fan, getting into comic books seems incredibly complicated because comic book fans suck at explaining how to get into comic books. Getting into comic books is so easy if you just look at it like this. Every single run is a separate story. That is it. Batman #1 from 2011 is a separate story from Batman #1 from 1940, which is a separate story from Batman #1 from 2016, which is a separate story from Batman Year One. They're all separate stories. It only becomes confusing once you start trying to put it in chronological order and saying, well, this is technically a reboot of this one, which was retconned into this timeline, which happened before this timeline, which was before the multiverse events of this timeline, which is interconnected with that other timeline, which you can only read after you read this one other crossover series from this timeline. Every comic book run is a separate story. That is it. If you want to get into a superhero, just pick a run and start at issue 1. That is it. And if you're still confused, just go on Reddit and look up which runs from insert superhero should I read. There you go. It's complicated. It's not that complicated. Let me know how you feel about this.